Bismillahir Rahman Rahim, dear students and dear learners. Once again, welcome in today's lecture. We have reached at lecture number 4A of the unit 12. Now, let's start. And today's competence is reading and critical thinking. It's lecture number 4A. So, this is our SLO. My dear learners, you know very well before understanding and learning about new topic, we must have some deep knowledge about the SLO. So let's try to dissect and try to understand what the SLO actually is saying. Yes, ask a variety of questions. It means that variety of questions at different levels. For example, clarifying open-ended questions about the text and read or viewed and respond to a text with, for example, reasons, simple judgment, or personal. Yes, personal response. So, dear learners, this SLO is telling us about the variety of questions. It means that types of questions or what types of questions. There are two types of question according to this: open-ended and close-ended. Now, and other, what are the reasons? So, without wasting time, let's move to the vertical linkage and brainstorming. Yes, and after doing these two things, we will go ahead and try to understand this topic in detail. Yes, move to the next slide. This is vertical linkage. Respond to a text with, for example, reason, simple judgment, and personal interpretation. This is the SLO was in grade 6 English. Brainstorming. Have you ever asked a question because something in a story was not clear? Yes, you know very well. Questions are asked when we are not clear about anything. So there are two types of questions, that is close ended and open ended. Can you think of questions that start with why, how, or what do you think? So if the questions are started with these words, it means that these are the open ended. And if the questions ask just about yes or no, such type of the questions are called as close ended questions. So, my dear learners, after knowing about these, after connecting with this topic, now move ahead and try to learn this topic in detail. Yes. Look at this: clarifying questions and critical thinking. This is our main topic. Look at this: clarifying questions. Clarifying questions are questions we ask when we do not fully understand something. Very clear. They help us. It means clarifying questions help us. First one, understand better, remove confusion, and get clear meanings. Definitely, for these three purposes, we ask clarifying questions. Now, purpose of clarifying question: to understand the text, to avoid mistakes, to learn more details. So, dear learners, I hope now you are very well aware what are clarifying question. Very clear. The topic in itself is clearly telling us clarifying questions are those questions which are used for clearing our thoughts or confusions. Now, move to the next slide. Yes, we have reached at this types of clarifying questions. First one is close-ended questions, and number two is open-ended questions. Close-ended question is a question that is answered in just yes or no, while on the other hand, open-ended questions are those questions in which we have to provide reasons of the question. So, dear learners, after understanding these two types, move to learn about these two types in detail. Yes, move. Yes. First of all, what is close-ended questions? These are questions that have short answers like yes, no, or a specific fact. Yes, no, or about a specific fact. Now, look at the examples. Is this event happening today? Yes or no? Who is the main character? Yes or no? Use to get quick facts to confirm something. The usage of close ended questions. First one is to get quick facts. to confirm something and to remove small confusions. So, dear learners, this is very clear. Close ended questions are also very important if the open ended questions are imperative. They remove all the small confusions, and the person who asked the close ended question, he became clear if he has any doubt. So, move to the next second part, that is open ended question. Yes, open ended questions. These questions have many possible answers. They help students think deeply. Definitely, they help students think deeply. Now, look at the examples. Why do you think the character felt sad? How would you solve this problem differently? Such type of the questions are called open ended questions. Why do you think the character felt sad? You have to tell why. How would you solve this problem? And you have to tell the process, the procedure of solving the problem. Right. And next one, usage. To explain the ideas, to explore reasons, to think creatively or critically. Yes, I hope. Now, you are very well aware of the open ended questions. Open ended questions are there for open ended debate in which you have to tell more reasons about the facts and figures. Yes, move to the next slide. Respond with reasons. Yes, if you are reading any text, you have to respond with reasons. Means that if you have giving your reactions, there should be some strong reasons why your reaction is like that. So, giving reasons means telling why you think something is true. Definitely uh, important. It shows understanding, it supports answer, it makes thinking stronger. Sentence starters. The sentences which respond with reasons, the starters are like this: personal reasons, respond with reasons. I think. Think is the word which provides the reason. My reason is, this is also directly talking about the reason. This happened because, this is also about the reasons. These are the sentence starters which are used for respond with reasons. So, dear learners, if you want to create your logical thinking strong or make your critical thinking strong, you have to make this point very strong. Now, move to the next slide. Yes, simple judgment. What is judgment? When you are reading or doing something, first of all, you have to judge about the text. So, simple judgment means telling what you think about something in clear, short way. This is called your judgment, your simple judgment. So, look at the examples. This character is brave. If you are reading a story, in that story, there is a character, and you give a statement, this character is a brave. It means that after your judging ability, you provide this statement. The ending was surprising. So it is also based on your simple personal judgment. The usage of simple judgment is to share opinions, to understand views, to make reading meaningful. For these three purposes, we use simple judgment. So, I think so, my dear learners, you are very well aware and you are much clear about this concept. Now, move to the next slide. Simple judgment, the next point. Sentence starters for judgment. I believe, in my opinion, I feel. If the sentences are starting with these sentences, it means you are providing your judgment in these sentences in the next part of the sentence. Okay, right. Now, my dear learners, this is very clear from these examples. Move to the next point. Personal response. Personal response. A personal response means sharing your feelings, your thoughts, or your connection to the topic. Now, look at the examples. The story reminds me of my friend. I felt happy when the character won. Usage. use of the personal response. It connects students with reading, it builds understanding, it makes learning personal, interesting. So this is very clear. This is called personal response. Personal response mean what do you feel personally about the text? This is called personal response. Move to the next slide. Yes, how to how these skills build critical thinking. These things which we have already discussed before the previous slides, how they combinedly create critical thinking in any reader. Clarifying questions, reasons, and judgment together, these three skills: clarifying questions, reasons, and personal judgments, these three combinedly together, they create personal response. Together they help students. What How they help the students think deeply, understand better, explain their ideas, ask good questions, become confident learners. Yes, these are the things which create critical thinking and develop these qualities in the personality of the reader or the talker or the speaker. So, dear learner, now I think so you have much more clear about this topic. Now move to the next stage. Here are the simulations for you people for further sport, and worksheets are also attached with here, and these are our resources. PPTs are here, and along with these PPTs, worksheets are there, skill sheets are there, lesson plans are there, question banks are there for you people, so that you can get advantage freely and enhance your knowledge about that particular topic. Now, my dear learners, I hope you have understood this topic very clearly. So, in the end, I would like to say welcome. I would like to say thank you so much at the end. So, uh, kindly take care of yourself for the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.